A bill awaiting the governor's signature could help more people access therapeutic horseback riding. If signed into law, the Senate bill would mandate insurance companies pay for horse riding and what's known as hippotherapies. The owner of a Metamora horse-assisted therapy group, Mended Hearts, says many kids, veterans, and those with mental or behavioral health conditions utilize their stable. But she says the classes can be expensive, each around $200.
A lot of families cannot access this type of therapy because of the cost. If this bill is passed, it will make this type of therapy more accessible to many, many families. So it really is a huge deal.
She says for insurance to cover it, medical documentation would be required. She also says the bill would allow for people under Medicaid and Medicare to have their therapies covered. The bill has been on the governor's desk, though, since June 18th.